Hi everyone, my name is Shantasia. Welcome to my channel. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm sure this is going to be a very lengthy video, so I'm just going to try to jump right into it. But this is my 2019 goals and how I'm going to crush them, and also like a little recap of last year. My word for 2018 was serene. And as you know, last year I went through a lot of changes. We moved to Texas, a lot of things happening with not being able to find jobs and all these other things with my family, and I just don't know that I really focused very much on this word. It was a difficult year, and especially over since September, just a lot of hardships and a lot of struggles, and just fighting with depression and all the multitude of moves that we did this year, and then also being very sick over the last month and a half, which is why I was not here. I did get double ear infection, so I have no sense of my volume at all. I have no idea if I'm shouting or anything because I'm just having a hard time hearing. So even though I don't feel like I utilized this as much as I could have, I did decide that this year I am going to do another word of the year. And this year I chose the word joy because I want to cultivate more joy in my life, and joy is not something that is about circumstances. It's about a choice and mindset, and so I'm just hoping to try to cultivate that more in my life. And hopefully by having a word a year and having something to focus on and practice, I'm really hoping that it will become habit, and that's something that will continue to follow me into the future. So in order to focus more on this, I am changing my daily journal process a little bit. What I did last year and what I've always done is, I'm sure you're familiar with this journal, just having a journal. Usually I have multitudes of journals in a year, but this year I actually stayed in this journal from January 1st all the way to December 31st, which was very unusual for me because usually if I don't get through the journal very quickly, I get bored with it and I end up moving into a new journal. But I did not do that with this one. I actually stuck with it, and so I'm pretty proud of myself because this is a big journal and I usually don't enjoy big journals. But this year I'm going to try something a little different, and it was kind of unplanned. My sister and I ended up going to Michael's one day, and they were having a sale on their traveler's notebooks. And I decided that I'm going to give this a good try, at least for the first 6 months of this year, just to really see how I enjoy it. And so far I really do. It fits perfectly in my purse. It's not huge like this one. There's no spiral binding to be crushed or anything. It's got pockets so you can tuck things in there. And what I really enjoyed the most is that you can take these little tiny books and have a theme or whatever and fill them up, and then put them aside and then bind them all together at the end of the year, and you'll have a complete journal, but you're not stuck with journals like this. So you're just stuck with it. And if you paid $50, or my one journal that I was talking about in my journal keeping video, that it was a $30 journal, and instead of ruining the journal or whatever, I just stopped writing altogether, and then I eventually abandoned the journal. So I still wasted it, but whatever. You don't end up doing that with this. So travel journaling is something that I've wanted to try for a long time. I do keep a lot of memorabilia and a lot of things, so I'm not sure how this method is going to hold up to that, but I really wanted to give it a good try. And at the very least, I'll turn this into a traveling writer's notebook or something like that, and then have just a place to write my ideas. But I decided that I'm going to use this to help enhance my daily journaling practice. So normally I will journal at night, and I will just kind of get everything out and talk about things that are bothering me, or just kind of celebrate the good things that happened in the day. But this time I'm going to journal with more intention. So one thing I used to do is I used to call it counting stars, and every Monday I would pick, I think it was like 5 to 8 things that I was thankful for, and I would write them out. But this year, in order to kind of keep that more in my mind, I'm going to be doing daily gratitude and scripture writing based on my word of the year. And there are a lot of verses about joy in the Bible, so I'm going to be able to have a lot of fun with this over the next year. The other thing I'm going to do, in addition to my daily journaling, which I'll be doing in this, and this is my gratitude. It has like verse of the day, and then I'll do like my gratitude on there. Another thing that I really want to focus on for 2019 is getting a consistent practice of writing in my life, so that it's something that I'm doing daily, and if not daily, that I'm doing as much as possible within my schedule. So I bought this book called The Daily Writer by Fred White, and it's a 366 meditations to cultivate a productive and meaningful writing life. And I am loving this book so much. It's just a little tiny like paragraph that you read, just like a Bible devotion, and it has like comments for further reflection, and then he has little exercises at the bottom so that every day you are writing. I really love the idea of starting my writing time, which is usually in the evenings, with just having this be part of my writing routine and trying to cultivate that habit of writing every day, so that I'm not doing crazy binge writing in November and then not touching anything for a year, or working really hard for a few weeks and then just being sick of it and not doing it anymore. So I'm really hoping that this will change the dynamic for my creative life, that it will just help me be more mindful of my intentions for writing. So for my writing goals, as you know, I've been working on the Children of Cashette series, and honestly, this one is a goal that I feel like if I don't accomplish it this year, that I really am going to shelf it. This is a book I've been working on for many years, and it's definitely in a phase and in a place where it never has been before. Last year was an amazing year for just the ideas of the world building and the structure of the story and the purpose of the story really coming together, and just like a lot of aha moments last year. But now it really is time to either write it or put it aside, because this is the story of my heart. Like, the series is a series of my heart, and I'm not sure that I'm ready for it yet. I'm almost wondering if I need to just put it aside and work on other things so that this can be the best it could ever be, because I'll be like more mature as an author. Because even as the years have gone, like the development of this series, it is nowhere even near where it was when it first started. Like, it's laughable how simplistic and ridiculous the original story ideas were compared to what happened last year with it. So I really am feeling like if I can't make significant headway on this goal, I'm definitely going to put it aside and focus on other things. And that decision might even come within the next 6 months. I feel like I'll have a pretty good sense about whether or not it's something that I'm going to be able to complete. I honestly want to try to fast draft it. My next goal for 2019 is to commission the cover for the Children of Cashette, and I already am talking to a couple artists. I imagine if I do finish Children of Cashette, in an ideal world, I would love to see it published in September of this year, but I really don't think that will happen. So definitely going to talk to cover artists and kind of look around and see who's out there and see what styles I like, and maybe start some conversations. but I don't know how far we'll get on this goal, but it's still on there anyway. My next goal has been on my bi-monthly goals forever, but I would like to complete Islands in the Black, which is my world building workbook for science fiction authors. This is kind of in a weird phase. Starting to wonder if the original intention of it needs to change. I'm not really sure, but this will be one of the projects that I tackle again for like a Camp Nano for this year, probably in April or something like that. I also want to begin work on my second poetry collection, and I really don't have a set like date or goal or anything for this one. I just really want to complete 2 quality poems every month and then see what happens at the end of the year, if I feel it's ready, or if I just want to pursue it more next year. I also want to participate in National Novel Writing Month 2019, which isn't a problem because I do it every year. I want to take myself on 48 artist dates, which seems like a lot, but that's really only 2 a month, which is what I'm already doing. I want to purchase the domain name for my website because currently I have this really long web address and it would be really nice to just have it say my name. And for my YouTube goals, I'm going to be changing up my posting schedule, and I'm also going to aim to gain 150 subscribers. In addition to those writing goals, I have 5 private personal goals pertaining to my household and my health that I will be pursuing over the next year. Now for my game plan, I don't know. What I decided is that I'm going to continue to set my bi-monthly goals, and like I said in a previous video, I will not be sharing my bi-monthly goals on this channel. It'll be clear because I'm going to be doing weekly wrap-ups going forward and just kind of giving everyone an update on where I am in my projects and how I'm feeling about things for that week. So you'll get a sense that I do have a lot of things going on for my writing goals, but I really don't want to share them in detail and what I failed at and what I succeeded at. The other way I'm going to keep myself on task is I'm going to use you as a accountability partner. So by posting videos every week and just kind of updating, ranting, raving, doing whatever it needs to do, updating changes in my story, my mood, things I'm learning, things I'm thinking, I'm just going to kind of share more of that journey because that was the original intention for this channel anyways, and I just kind of got sidetracked. My filming schedule will change, like I said, so it will change from Fridays to Wednesdays when I will be posting kind of writing life videos, talking about craft, any ideas that I have, anything pertaining to the writing life. And then on Sundays, I'll be doing my weekly wrap up where I'll update you on my progress throughout the week on whatever project it is that I am currently working on. And then I'll also be doing vlogs as I desire to do them, and I'm hoping to add more book reviews because I do read a lot and I always have a lot to say after I read a really good book or a really bad book, so I just thought it'd be fun to add those to my repertoire. I'm also going to be focusing a lot this year on self-care and changing my mindset about writing because it is self-care for me, and I need to start giving that space in my life more consistently because when I am writing, I am a happier, healthier person. So for my tools, I have my daily writer, I have my traveling journal, I also have my planner, and this is a happy planner. I love these because you can just buy the new inserts at the beginning of the year or whenever it is that your planner ends, and you can just continue to add to it. This has been a really fun one. Last year I had a me to we adventure planner, and I enjoyed it. It was very fun, but this one I like a lot. It gives you a monthly view and then an in-depth view of your week. So on here I can put everything that I need to accomplish in the day, any notes I have about moods, anything that needs to be planned as far as filming videos and anything like that. I can note it all in there previously so I can kind of see what's going on from month to month in advance. For instance, I'm already kind of planning the videos that I'm going to be filming next year for National Novel Writing Month. I'm also going to be utilizing Trello, and if you don't have it yet, I would recommend going and downloading the app because it is super user friendly. If you love checklists and being able to move things off of your list, then it is definitely the thing for you. You can create different boards for different projects and different goals and just kind of move through them, and it's really fun, and I like being able to see it. It works better for me than like a written checklist. You can color coordinate and you can set themes and do all kinds of things with it, and it's just a super fun app that really has helped me in the last year with my bi-monthly goals. I definitely did a lot better last year than I have in the past because I had that app and I had my planner and I was using them and just constantly having that on my mind that, oh, what am I needing to work on today? And I could just open my app if I wasn't carrying my planner, and there it was, and I could just look at what I needed to focus on for that day. The next tool that I'm planning on using is my Write Club, and that is a goal tracker for writers, and I will leave my profile down below so you can come and check it out, and also we can become friends. I'd love to follow you and see what you are up to on your writing goals, and of course participating in Camp Nano and National Novel Writing Month in November next year. So what do you have planned for 2019? What are your ultimate writing goals for next year? I would love to hear what they are. Drop me a comment down below and let's talk about all these awesome things that we have planned for next year. But for now, that's it for me. I'll see you next time.